Welcome back to the Accessible Art History YouTube channel. Now that we're into the full swing of the school year, I thought it would be a good idea to talk about my tips and tricks for taking AP Art History. This school year, like the rest of 2020, is shaping up to be quite a bit different than we all expected. So I hope this video can help make things, at the very least, a bit easier. If you are an AP Art History student or educator and need assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out to my email address. I've linked it in the description box down below. I took the test in 2009, and I used these 5 tips and tricks to help me receive a 5. Of course, nothing beats hard work and studying, but these things help change up my routine and help me learn in new ways. In each unit of AP Art History, there are specific vocabulary terms for the type of art being discussed, but there are a handful of terms that can be used in any situation. By understanding them, you will be able to speak on at least one aspect of each of the 250 required works. They are as follows: composition, elements of design, representation, and presentation that form the work of art; context, the subject matter of the work of art, like religious, mythological, or narrative; form, how the physical and visual parts of the work come together; function, the purpose of the work; material, what the work is made of; and perspective, what viewpoint the artist intended the work to be seen from. I know it seems a bit silly to say this, but practice really does make perfect. By familiarizing yourself with the way that questions are phrased and what they are asking, the big exam day won't seem so daunting. One of the best ways to practice comes from the College Board itself, the company that produces the AP exams. They have uploaded past exam questions to their website. I recommend downloading a few and seeing how you do. Even if you don't get them the first time around, you'll get a sense of how to write an answer for the free response question section. If there's one thing you take away from this video, it's this: AP Art History doesn't have to be boring. Art represents humanity, and our collective story is anything but dull. So take this as your opportunity to make it work for you. For each of the 250 required images, try and find something that stands out and interests you. Not only will this help your study session go by faster, but the more interesting something is, the more likely it is that you'll remember it. A win-win situation. Flashcards might seem a bit old-fashioned, but they truly work with the study of art history. It's a visual subject, so visual study is key. There are a ton of free digital options available, but I recommend actually making them yourself, either digitally or through crafting. It may seem tedious at first, but the recording of information makes it far more likely that they'll stick in your mind for the big test. My final tip includes a bit of a shameless plug. There are tons of free resources available online. One of them is my own, Accessible Art History, but others include Smart History, Khan Academy, and the numerous Instagram and YouTube channels dedicated to art history. Explore them and see what style fits what you're looking for. It's all about finding a system that makes it easier and more effective for your personal learning style. As with any AP class, AP Art History can be daunting, but if you utilize my 5 tips and tricks, it will hopefully be a bit easier to achieve a 5. If there's a particular subject you'd like me to cover, or see if I've covered already, feel free to reach out to my email. I've linked it down below.